All right, for the second video in the last step here, we started in the last video by gluing down the snowy hill. We glued down the tree all the way down to the bottom, but we also could have used our bigger pine tree and put it up higher up. And then we glued down our moon. What we need to do next is we're going to be gluing our second hill, which is going to go right over the top of that tree, and it's going to line up on the bottom of the paper. All right. Then we are either going to glue our other tree on top of that. So this one looks like it's behind the hill. This one looks like it's in front. We can glue right on top of the moon. All right. That way it looks like it's behind. Or you can use one of your pine trees. Okay. So I will do I'll do a pine tree to show you what that looks like. Again, if you have two trees that you have cut out really well, one thing you could do is trim it up, make it a little bit shorter. So if I was doing this one, this is where I would glue it, and it's a little bit shorter. That way it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. All right. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that, except for I'm not doing this tree. I'm going to do a pine tree so that I can show students how I would glue that one. All right. So going backwards, first thing we got to do is glue our hill. So we put it on here, we check it, and then we need to flip it over. Okay, that's really important because if you put glue on the wrong side, now you're going to have a hill that's going to be going the other way. All right. So once again, it was on here like this. I flip it so that I'm putting glue on the back side. All right, so I hold the glue bottle again with one hand. My other hand holds the paper. I make an outline going at the speed that the glue is coming out, and I always like to go away from the glue that I'm putting down, so I always go backwards. Okay. I don't need any glue in the inside. Now I grab it with one hand and the other hand, and now I flip, matching up the bottom corner on both, flatten it out, and then now we can either glue our tree there, and I snipped the bottom of it to make it a little bit shorter, or you can glue one of your pine trees. I'm choosing my bigger one instead of my smaller one. And if you didn't have this tree, because this tree for both of them was pretty hard for you, I hope you made two pine trees, and then instead of this one, you would have this one and then this. Okay? But I'm going to glue this one here. All right, so what's really nice is if you snip off the bottom of one of your other trees, this can actually become the pine trees stump or trunk. Okay, so first, I want to find out where I want this. I'll take this off, and then I'm going to glue this down, flipping it over. Don't need a lot of glue. I'm going to glue that down. Okay. And then I'm going to double check. That looks great. Now I'm going to take this, flip it over. Don't want to put glue on the green side. And the pine trees are a nice simple triangle, so all I have to do is a nice little outline, nothing in the middle. I grab it with one hand, grab it with the other, and now I can lay it down, putting some of it over the top of that trunk. And I can hold it down. And now I have a really nice landscape showing snowy hills, a normal tree with no leaves, a moon, And then if you chose to, pine tree with the added stump or trunk. All right. So keep these safe. I would also keep them open just because you glued today and we don't want to close it and then have one of our other pages get glued to this. So leave it out, let it dry, and then the following class we'll start a new project. Good job, everyone.